Hi again, and welcome to Next Top Singer. This is the last casting episode. Soon, the judges will deliberate and decide who will win this round's best performance. So don't miss that as well. But for now, let's continue.
Well, I was walking down the street when out of the corner of my eye saw a pretty little thing approaching me. She said, I'd never seen a man who looked so all alone, and could you use a little company? If you pay the right price, your evening will be nice and you can go and send me on my way. I said, you're such a sweet young thing, well, why you do this to yourself? She looked at me and this is what she said: no, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. No, I can't slow down, I can't hold back, though you know I wish I could. No, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good.
Who wants to go first?
Not Angelina, you're always first, so it's someone else's turn.
I would go first. Søundbøx, I don't really have that much comment actually. You have nice rock quality in the voice, and I appreciate the confidence. And you had good pitch control, power, and range. But the only thing that I have to say is like it could definitely use some more dynamic. So yeah, a 7.5 and yes.
Yeah, good growls, nice pitch, decent dynamics, some nice transitions up and down the notes. You kind of slip into a more talky sound at times, but that's a nitpick from me. You got some good vocal control, good breath. Yeah, pretty good overall.
Nice energy, but it sounded like you were rushing a little bit. Your tone changes when you growl, like it kind of like dips down and you sound like I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it did sound like kind of inconsistent, because like your normal voice would be up here and then you'd growl and you'd be like down here. You have a different key than the original, and I'm not sure if that was, I mean, you probably chose to do that. I think this key does sound good on your voice. I think it was a nice interpretation of the song, and I thought your diction was good.
And I know this much is true, baby, you have become my addiction. I'm so strung out on you, can barely move, but I like it, and it's all because of you. And it's all because of you. It's all because of you. And it's all because never get enough. She's the sweetest drug.
This one was one of the nicer auditions, or like this was one of my
Yeah, okay, I'm glad, because these are the ones I'm talking about.
Might
as well, bro. That shit was tough.
And he's a returner.
DeMonte. DeMonte, Lavon.
I just remember this man having runs. And that shit was so clean. Oh
yeah,
my
that's
God.
this
Control was nice pitch. At 012 specifically, your voice kind of wibble wobbled a bit, but you know that can be fixed later on. So might be nervousness, whatever else. Good dynamics. Just that's something. Just yes. Thank you.
Okay, so DeMonte, Lavon, you have nice round tone and quite agile riffs and runs, and you have like your own brand stylistic technique of singing, and this has good audio quality. But the thing that I only give you a 7 for is like your vibrato felt very underdeveloped. It's like slow, like it's like that. So like it's quite apparent at the ending note as well. And this has breathiness, might be stylistic in places where it'd be better to not take a breath in between lines. And this is a little bit short. It's like 42 seconds long, and the song didn't really go anywhere other than the riffs and runs. And because of that, it felt very safe. And that's why I give you a 7 and a yes.
Nice voice, nice emotion. I said the riffs were slightly unclear in the beginning, but they're mostly good. I just wish there was a bit more energy. I feel like you do kind of stay around the same like dynamic, like Huni said.
And I feel so bad for him for last time he was so robbed. So I hope this time goes better.
Why did he get robbed last time?
You should go and listen to him on Spotify. He has great music actually.
Why was he robbed last time? What happened?
Because,
is it just auto-tune or what?
Yeah, he was accused of using autotune and faking the whistle notes, but it turned out he could actually do that. So,
how would you even fake whistle notes?
I don't know.
You can't really fake a whistle.
You're just like, and then you
or I guess it wasn't specifically like you're faking the whistle notes, but like the fact that he
it's because Scott doubted the whistle note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I only had Scott. 1 star, and I had to choose Valentine. So.
Wait, who's Scott?
Scott is
the guest judge.
Was the guest judge that round? He's the winner of season 7.
Well.
Anyway, let's move on. Welcome back, DeMonte.
But if by chance you're here alone, can I have a moment before I go? 'Cause I've been by myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a movie, you sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light, in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song.
J.A.? I'm just gonna say that. I feel like you could have picked a better song, or like a different song. I feel like this song doesn't really show off your voice as much as another one might. Just mainly because it's like, I mean, the original is like for feminine vocals. You sounded like you didn't warm up. And you were pitchy on certain parts. It might have to do with, I'm not sure if you didn't warm up, but it sounds like your voice is like still like morning voice, kind of. Your energy was good and your emotion was okay, so I gave you a 5 and a yes.
So your pitch was good. It was your control was nice. Not really any dynamic contrast or anything. My thing is, when I was listening to the song, I immediately picked up on this little scratch in the back of your throat because I know exactly what that is, because that sounds like whenever I'm sick and then I just woke up. So I think Angelina was right in saying that you didn't warm up, so it made it sound really choked and very stuffy. It just never really sounded good, and it kind of just deterred me from the rest of the performance. And then the lower notes were good, but they weren't anything super extraordinary, but that's a trading thing. So I think for me, it was just too average for me to say yes, but I can't really berate you too much. So I'll give you a 5 and a very soft no.
I give this a 5 and a very soft yes, because this has good audio quality for the most part. And I think the morning voice is this comment right here. It has raspy vocal quality, and I'm not sure if it's healthy or not. It showed potential to have good dynamic control and emotional delivery, and I appreciate the hard song choice. There's either volume peaking issues or you were going back and forth from the mic. So like you're doing this and then doing this. Like I don't know what happened there. And there are pitchiness in places and borderline straining as well in parts.
And I hear all the voices saying, turn back, there's nothing here for you. A smile on their face. In the distance the bells are ringing, calling out an old familiar tune. Prepare to embrace where the light goes to die. In the distance you will find paradise, paradise, waiting for those who sacrificed.
Oh my god, yo, my depression for this song. Oh,
I thought you were going to say you hate this.
No, it gives me high tier depression in the best way possible, and I need to explain it. I need to get my notes. I need to get my notes.
Okay, go first.
Go ahead. You go first. I'll go
find it because Jesus Christ. Oh my, holy shit. Okay, so Rectorious, my boy. You made me so depressed in the worst ways possible, but not because your singing is bad, because you're a good singer with a bad audition. And I think that's the first time I've ever had to say that in this entire competition, my boy. Like, oh my. Okay. Yeah, let me calm down. Let me breathe. Let me tell you what was happening with this song and why I gave you a very soft yes for now, okay? Firstly, why did we record this in the back rooms? I swear to God. Like, the reverb on this was atrocious in the sense that I see what you were going for with a kind of choir effect, that ethereal effect, because Elysium, Afterlife, Shakespeare, I get you. But you did a bit too much. See, the background vocals, like the bass, the baritone, that should have kept some reverb. Fine with that. I would have had zero issue because it might have worked with the song. And then everything else should have not had reverb or very little. Because everything had the same reverb, it sounded like you were just recording in a basement and the sound was bouncing off every single surface. And it made it incredibly muddy to listen to. The only thing, and I mean the only thing that saved you is the fact that your harmonies were good enough for me to actually hear your voice. And that was the one thing that saved this performance for me, because otherwise you overwhelm my senses to a degree where it's just like, what am I even listening to? Like, it's just, oh my God. Because I would unironically listen to this song if the reverb was not this atrocious. It genuinely pains me, bro. So this is more of a mixing thing. So the next time you do this, ask someone to help you with the mixing, because, dude, you have something there. I can see what you were trying to do with the organization of everything in the song, including the layers. I will say though, might want to cut back 2 or so layers for this song because I don't think it needs that heavy of a choir. But otherwise, bro, you're a good singer with a really bad audition. Next time, keep the reverb to a minimum. Holy shit. Okay.
You know what's sad? He actually did submit a version without reverb and less mixing. But he chose this one to be judged. You have to have one audition to be judged. So
that's crazy. Yeah. Why would he do that?
You fumbled the bag, my boy.
Oh dear.
Okay. You know what? I'll go next.
You chose poorly.
Can we listen to that after the session? I want to hear what it sounded like without the reverb.
Honestly, give me that. I need to see it.
Yeah, you should already have it in send entry. So.
Okay, so Rectorious, welcome back. You have good audio quality, and I appreciate the overall arrangement. And you have wide vocal range for a bass or a baritone at most, and you show potential to have dynamic control and gorgeous vocal tone. But since this is an original, I don't really have reference to really base it from, but there were too many layers of harmonies, doubles, and octaves, so everything in one place, which is no problem on its own, but it's accompanied with too much reverb. And because of how many layers there are, and sadly those layers are very much not clean, they're really make the song so muddy to the point where I can't really single out some notes. And there were pitchiness present in places, and higher notes felt a little bit squeezed out. And so, if you were to do layers, make sure they are 1, clean, 2, in sync with the main melody. So you need to start and end at the same time, and you need to say the words exactly as it is, as the main melody. And 3, smaller in volume to let the main melody shine instead, because I felt like the layers are almost at the same volume as the main melody and it drowned them instead. So polish up some more and utilize the mentors for help, please. I give this a 5.5, and yes, I almost say it a no, but it made me sad.
Yeah, no, same. I almost gave this a no too, because my original answer for this was just no, because it's a good singer with a bad audition. But after hearing it a bunch more times, I think it's just a mixing thing. I'll give him a chance.
It's like bad decisions.
With mine, I had like really similar notes. I said the harmonies in the beginning are slightly discordant and also muddy. There's too much going on with lack of clarity. I said it was a little nicer in the second half, a little more on pitch. I do think your harmonies were a little bit pitchy as well as the like insane layering. I mainly enjoyed the parts where you like actually didn't have harmony or like didn't have as much, and that should never be the case. People should be like, damn, those harmonies were good, not, oh, finally, the melody. Like, there was definitely too much going on. Your mains are supposed to shine through, like Huni said. But I gave you a 6.5 NES because I thought your emotion was good and you had a nice voice. And another comment I had was, I thought your diction could have been a little bit better. I couldn't really tell what you're saying for some of the words.
I think it's just,
so muddy.
I think it's just, it was so muddy.
Episode 5.
So muddy. It was so muddy.
Leviosa. I just edited that episode yesterday, so.
Yeah. So Leviosa.
If I could begin to be half of what you think of me, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. When I see the way you act, wondering when I'm coming back, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you. I always thought I might be bad, now I'm sure that it's true, 'cause I think you're so good, and I'm nothing like you. Look at you go, I just adore you. I wish that I knew what makes you think I'm so special.
Jexi. I'm
Love
seeing
Like
a lot
You
of good songs.
depresses me. Okay, so like,
Yeah.
I love Like You. It is my favorite Steven Universe song of all time, bar none.
Yeah, I knew
The
it was
problem-
from Steven Universe.
Yeah, no, the problem is this song is very special to a lot of people just because of how powerful the lyrics are, and also just because of how belty and floaty the entire thing feels. It's a fantastic song, but it's overplayed to hell. And it's very annoying, at least in auditions, because
I think
it has a decent amount. Oh, sorry, you want to
No.
talk instead?
No, you're good. I thought you were done.
Oh, is this a featuring? Okay,
Yeah, because you have already started talking about it, so.
Yeah, like the dynamics of this song are very showing of like your range and whatnot. So you can show off a lot of different things with this one song. So when you sing it, you gotta sing it nice. And this, unfortunately, just was not it. So can I go first, or Angelina, do you want to go now?
You have already started.
Wait, can I give the other stuff about what I was gonna add on to what you said.
For sure.
I like the song. This song is kind of similar to like Fly Me to the Moon type of thing. Like it's like I feel like the song itself does not give you a ton to work with. You have to have that voice to sing it well. And if you don't have that voice, then it's just gonna sound bland. It's gonna be like,
For this performance specifically, you sound like you were running the entire time you were singing, bro. Why you just out of breath the entire thing? The second Like You, when you first started, was off key. You went down entirely too far in the octave, girl. But you know, especially for the I Wish That I Knew part, I know for a fact I don't have the range for that bit. So you could have taken artistic liberty and like pitched it down. Like, hold on. I always thought I might be bad. Now I'm sure that it's true. Okay, yeah. I wish that I knew. You could have done something like that where you pitched it down and then you kind of just flatten it out. And then you could have saved yourself from trying to reach up there for those notes. Obviously, you want to in the performance if you have that range. But if you don't, it is okay to just take a little bit of a liberty and trying to change it up, because it wouldn't really take away from the song. But still, you kind of strained on a bunch of the notes. Your voice was just kind of dying out at random parts of the song for some reason. Like you were just out of breath, and then your voice kind of gave out. The I Always Thought bit that you sang was a little bit funky because you tried to bring emotion to it by like changing your inflections a little bit, but it just didn't sound correct. Overall, when you're singing this song, you have to not only bring emotion to it for it to sound nice, but you gotta just have the voice for it, you know? I think you have some potential, but just this is a 4 and a no for me.
Yeah, I actually agree
Can I go
with
next?
both of you. Oh, you weren't. Oh, okay, go. You know, go
I never gave my feedback. I just talked about this song. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh god, there's actually stuff in my throat. Okay.
I thought you just did that for effect.
No, okay. For me, I agree with like the breath stuff. I thought your support was very shaky. Your head, like the head voice notes were not supported. I actually do disagree with what John said about range. I don't think the reason you hit those notes poorly was because you didn't have the range. I think it's because you didn't support it properly, and that's why it sounded strained. And I think also because of the breath support lacking, you were also pitchy. I gave you a soft yes. I was like on the like border of like choosing a no. I said your emotion was good, and the only reason I gave you a soft yes was because like during the more powerful parts, I heard some potential, and I was like, okay. I was like, I hear something in the chorus. So that's why I gave you a 4.5 and a soft yes.
Okay, so I agree with both of you. You showed potential to have dynamic control and potentially good vocal tonality. But I think rather than this, I think it's song choice issue. Your current skills, especially breath support, doesn't really match what the song demands out of you. And some parts were sung a little bit too straight. You need the emotion for this kind of song. And the voice as well. So this had no flavor at all. So that's why I give it a 4 and a no.
I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart. I'm watching it burn, watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights in my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You'll sleep in your office instead with only the memories of when you were mine.
No, bro. No! Why?
You go first, Angelina. Please enlighten us on how absolutely ass this was.
From Hamilton! She's literally, oh my god. Phillipa Soo sings this song and it's so emotional. It's so delicate in the beginning and then it builds and it's so powerful. Oh my goodness, this was not...
That's actually my reaction too.
You were nasally, your emotion was lacking. This song is not within your range. This requires you to belt. It requires you to be able to resonate on those high like notes and be able to belt them. And you did not belt them. Your phrasing is like strange and you have no powerful notes, which is like, oh, it's like that's so much of the song. And I thought you lacked dynamics, so I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say like for me there was like this weird, I don't know what to call it. It was like a drawl or something in their voice and it just no. Reverb was there a little bit, so that was just kind of annoying. Enunciation was not great. Transitions were mid. Why did it sound like you were gargling mud the entire time you were singing that song? It just never sounded correct, bro. It just sounded like there was something constantly there that you're trying to get out, but you're never getting it out. So, oh god. You were also very nasally, like Angelina said. You feel really flat. And your pitch is wavering. And I think the most egregious thing, you tried to add little bits of emotion by inflecting your voice, which is a very prominent voice acting trick that you can do. However, you were too flat in the song for it to even matter in the slightest. So instead of it sounding like you're actually, projecting and then like changing your vocal inflection to convey an emotion, it just sounded like, okay, so I'm gonna go sharp in a flat note for whatever reason. Like, why? Stop it. We don't
calm down.
We don't need you.
Dang!
Okay, so, vocalized Quack. I don't know why I like saying it like that.
It should have been called vocalized hack for real, bro. This shit was trash.
Oh no! I don't even have anything positive to say about this. So I think I'm a little too nice with the 4. Should I drop it?
4. No, just
I
keep
dropped
the
it
4.
from a 4.
Just keep the 4. Stick to your guns.
Okay. That's okay. So something about your tone sounds a bit unpleasant. Maybe the vowels were too wide and you lean too much to nasality. And nasality is not wrong on its own, but if you lean too much into it and you have too wide of vowels, that's when things go wrong. And this was sung very straight, parts were on the verge of straining. Basing on my notes, I think I give you too nice of a score. You know what? I'll keep it at 4 and a no.
This reminds me of when, for like my first season, I sang First Burn. Like, I didn't know the actual like original Burn, and then I remember one of the judges said like, "Why didn't you just sing Burn?" And I was like, "I didn't know the song." Yeah.
Was that Andrea?
I don't think I would have done it justice. I think so.
Yeah, it was Andrea.
Yeah, she's the musical theater queen.
Hi, my name's Chris Verrett. I'm a voice actor who loves to sing. I made it past the auditions last season, but didn't go further, which I attribute to myself not really having a plan past that point. I thought the winner of last season was awesome, and I figured a bit of Jack Black pizzazz would be great to start the season off with. So, here comes Lava Chicken, sung by Jack Black from the Minecraft movie. You hear that? That's the sound of sizzling. Mm-hmm. Smell that smell. Lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yeah, it's tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack.
Get ready. 1,
Lava.
2, 3.
No.
Yeah, alright.
Oh! Wait,
Guys.
Wait, my score was actually really high.
Guys, I actually specifically asked him to audition because he was one of my favorites back in 2021, I think.
Come on.
Oh.
Okay, we got it. All right. Who wants to go first?
What's
you know what?
this
Let's let Huli go first. Since he, let's let Huli go first. Hook up, my boy.
This is so low compared to ours.
I think you hear this? It's the sound of fury. Smell that smell.
But I guess I was kind of disappointed in his audition this year because it was too short and that's
short.
about the only thing I remember about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I probably should have given it a lower score. But...
So
all right.
The thing is, let me start it this way. So like
I'm gonna change it to 5.
So the entry is like 54 seconds long, right? And half of it is introduction. So that that's leaving us to like 29 seconds long. And you know what? Half of those 29 seconds is talking.
Yep.
Which is like why?
Because that's the
You
build
hear
up to the song and the movie.
Yeah. You hear this?
You hear that? It's the sound of sizzling.
It's the sound of my fury.
I can't do
It's the
that.
sound of my fury.
Okay, I can understand your point now, Huni. But I still think a 1 was a little bit too harsh.
I think a 1 was a little too harsh.
Little harsh. I mean, all right. You go.
I don't have anything to base it on. Like we only got like 10 seconds of singing.
Actually, it's 20.
The 10 seconds in the song.
Actually, it's 20.
But were those 20 seconds good, though?
I thought it was okay.
It was okay.
Wait, so who wants to go next? Because I have thoughts.
Me!
You go.
Okay, you said in your audition you wanted to be like Mina and bring that Jack Black energy, right? You did not really bring that Jack Black. You brought Jack White, bro. I don't even...
Jack White is too nice. It's like Jack Gray. It's like whatever.
He's middle of the road.
Your rhythm was way
like
too
gray.
slow. The rhythm was too slow. Like in the original, it's like upbeat. It's like a, and then this one was like la 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 lava, and I was like,
bro gave us a slow and reverb version.
I was like,
no
why
reverb.
is it so slow? I mean, I thought your voice was nice. That's why like I gave you a 5 and a yes. But you were pitchy on the last part, and your energy was not like what Jack Black brings to the table. And especially at the very end, like where it goes, lava attack, it was not belty enough. You were like floating it, and it was also off pitch. And you just only sang for 20 seconds. So like,
that's the reason why I give a 1. That's the reason why I give.
I still think it's harsh.
I'm gonna add a little bit. So like for everyone, the intro doesn't count for the 1 time limit. 1 minute time limit, sorry. And plan more carefully, because if this was planned, I'm sorry.
By the way,
if this was the plan, I'm sorry.
Correction, he's from last season, not 2021. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
I guess I still have the
Okay.
2021 season on my brain because Huni's here.
So like, to be honest, I'm kind of tired of hearing this song. I heard it all over my feed for months when the movie released, so that did contribute a little bit to my points, but not entirely. So your voice isn't bad, I'll give you that. It's actually a nice voice. The problem is the lava attack bit was just not hitting the same, bro. I'm sorry. The snack bit as well was just off key, and overall, you're not bringing the energy that Jack Black said, like Angelina. Like, bro, Jack Black is hype as hell. That man was singing it with all the passion in the world, even though it was the dumbest song to ever exist, and yet he still got everybody to sing it religiously. I think what you should have done, and I think would have made this funnier, is if you did like a classical rendition of the song as a joke on the joke. So that at least then not only we can see like, okay, he has singing ability, but also he got a little bit of a sense of humor, which would have probably got me more points. I feel like with how slow you're singing it, you could have put in a snap. I wish you could have put in like trumpets and everything, but we can't really do that since it's casting. But if you do something like this next time with the meme song and you just remix it, make it funny. Make the funny even funnier. That's all I'm gonna say. If you did like a classical rendition of this where you like snap your fingers and you have like a jazz type voice, bro, that shit would have been funny. I think I would have given you more, but it's a 5 and a yes.
I'm giving a 1, and I'm not fighting for you guys to like say a no, because I actually agree with lots of things that you said, but like, please plan more carefully next time since you're through. Please, then thank you.
Yes, don't get eliminated in round 2 again, please.
My plight is quite familiar to those who tread the boards at the Netherlander, Schubert, or Rialto. And though I've got a great high C, the reaction seems to be... Oh, well that was great, hon. But we need you singing alto. Please. Give me a shot at the melody. Give me a crack at the tune. I feel with chagrin every time I begin by the light of the silvery moon. Just one little shot at the melody. Give me a moment to shine. I'm sick of can't help loving that man of mine. Just take Oklahoma, for example, that rousing title number of the show. Well, everyone is singing Oklahoma. I get sky, yo-ho.
Ooh,
There we
I
go.
actually have roasts for this one.
Oh, Angelina being mean. Oh, I'm
Roasted
so proud. She's
beans.
cool.
Go ahead, be my
Okay.
guest.
I'm gonna start off with the nicer stuff, because why not? I said you have nice voice, you have nice voice, you have nice resonance and nice energy, but I don't think that you were ready for this song, because you sang the part where it's like, hi, like, okay, I can't hit it right now, it's in the morning. Okay, don't clip that, don't clip that. But you go
No,
like,
that's clipped and repeated, right?
hi, C. You go like, hi, C. And you did not have the high C. Like the lyric says like what? Like, I've got a great high C.
It wasn't.
That was not a great high C. That was a.
It was-
that
it was an
more
okay
like a
high
B
C.
flat. That was more like a
It was an
B
okay
flat.
I see.
Damn, almost got it.
Got
And
it.
also on the word moon, you don't dip down enough on the lower notes, so it sounds like you're like really struggling to hit those. And your very last high note, like before, like it's like around the second last line, you strain on that high note as well. So those are my deductions, and I gave you a 6 and a yes.
Mine's basically the same thing. I literally said the lower notes felt a bit flat, but I also could be tripping, so correct me if I'm wrong. I was kind of just enjoying the energy that you gave me throughout the entire performance, which is probably why I gave you the 7 and the yes. The energy was probably what carried it. You have some good control, good pitch, all of that good shit, but it was just good.
I was expecting from your name, since you had vibrato in your name, this doesn't have any, which is sad. I'm sad. I'm disappointed. So for the positives, you have potentially good vocal tone and dynamic control and good audio quality. And I think, I have a big note. I think this is an example of why I would avoid doing a musical in this competition, because this leaned too much into the voice acting, which we don't put a score on. So I don't deduct, I don't add. So like, what am I gonna do with that? So it was sung very straight, and it was not as dynamic as I would hope. And I don't know what happened at the end there. So polish up some more and avoid leaning too much into voice acting if you really have to do musicals. Because we are not trying to cast you for a theater production, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Guys, there's so many more musical theater songs. There's like
because everybody needs one.
From The Great Comet. We have like so many more musical, like not so talky songs, and you guys are choosing these like super talky.
Yeah,
ones.
don't choose the talky musicals.
I think it's just because
it's
easier to do for the most part, since you can just take a break.
Maybe it's because it's more fun. I don't even know.
And that shouldn't be.
I mean, even if it's fun,
that shouldn't be the reason why you chose that song, because it's easy.
Mm-mm.
Hi, my name is Clairelle, and I am auditioning for the next Top Singer Season 11 with the song Set Fire to the Rain by Adele. Sometimes I wake up by the door. That heart you call must be waiting for you. Even now when we're already over, I can't help myself from looking for you. I set fire to the rain, and afterwards into the flames. When it felt something died, 'cause I knew that that was the last time. The last time. Oh no. Let it burn. Let it burn.
Claire. Okay.
Clairelle. God. Who put that combination of names, bro? They saw Belle from the Ball, and Claire was like, "Hold on, I need to have both," and then they just decided,
Clairelle.
yeah. All right.
At least it's like special.
The highest score goes first.
Oh, John.
John.
Look, I don't care what y'all say. My girl was cooking. All right. No gas needed. She already knew her shit was heat, bro. Damn. I will admit she went a little too sharp on some notes. Her first Let It Burn when she was going down was a little bit off. But otherwise, good belt, nice voice, very strong as well. The last part, that shit was tough. Elegant, bro. And then you also had the emotional value in there, but hey man, this Mago. Well no, actually you know reach goated status yet? You know reach this yet. You're getting on. We might put you on the sub for the All-Star team, but right now, you get in there.
I think I'm a little too mean on the score. Wait, let me read it. There we go.
I don't remember this audition, but I remember that I liked it. So
Yeah, I like it as well. It's just not to the point where what John said.
Should I? Wait, am I going next? Are we doing condescending? Okay.
Yeah.
Condescending.
Okay, Clairelle. I thought you had a nice voice, nice energy in the beginning, but I did think that it was a little bit nasally at certain areas, and I wish the chorus was more exciting and energetic. I feel like you could have, went for it a little more. And also I wrote that your first riff was a bit slow, but I thought it was pretty good overall, so I give you a 7 and a yes.
You showed potential for good vocal tone, 1, and then power, and then vibrato, and riffs and runs. You showed potential for those things, but they're not to the point where they're good yet right now. So, and there were major audio quality issues with persistent background noise, and that's why I give you a 7 and a yes. You had showed potential. And
number 78 rail.
Let's give this a 0. Just kidding.
Oh my god!
Just
finally!
Just imagine the last one is a 0.
Are you guys ready for the top performance deliberation?
Performance.
That is the end of the auditions, but don't miss the upcoming top performance deliberation. There are 110 accepted contestants, and only 30 of them will make it through to round 3. So do your best, have faith in yourself, and most of all, have fun. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.